Hey, welcome to Math for Monday. If you hear a lot of noise, there's a company cutting down a tree next door to me, so there might be some chainsaw sounds. We're going to be talking about mixed numbers and improper fractions. We're going to go back to adding, but I just noticed when we were adding up those fractions from that last page, we kind of went down this road that led us into mixed numbers and improper fractions. So I thought we should just talk about that. So, and then we can go back to adding those numbers up. So, see what I have here. Pretend like these circles are the same size. Because if you want to compare fractions, the holes as in with a W, need to be the same size. So over here, I could call it 2 halves, or I could call it 1. So if I wanted to, I could call it 2 halves, but I could also just call it 1. It's like the AKA. Do you guys know what that means, AKA? It means also known as. So if you have an AKA, like my name's Daniel, but my AKA is Daniel Rock, or Daniel Magic, I don't, whatever. Like a nickname, the AKA, you can also call it this other thing. So you could call it 2 halves, or you could call it 1, either way. So you have 2 halves over here, and we're going to add what's over here. Well, guess what? We just have 1 half over here, right? So how much do we have? Well, you know that just from, you've probably seen this all the time. Oh, I've got 1 1/2. So the mixed number is, oh yeah, I've got 1 over here, and I've got a half over here. It just looks like that. 1, and you just write a half next to it, which when you read it out loud, you say 1 1/2. But you could also think of it as, so that's the mixed number. Mixed number meaning one of the numbers is a whole number and one is a fraction. It's mixed number. So when people say to simplify, this is what they mean. They mean put it into a mixed number and then simplify the fraction too. But sometimes you'll see what's called an improper fraction. We've talked about that a little bit, where the number is extra large up top and it kind of looks funny. And all that means is that the number up top is bigger than the number on the bottom. So if you were to add these numbers up, okay, well, we're talking about halves. You just add up the top. 2 plus 1 is 3. So you could see this as 1 1/2, or you could see it as 1, 2, 3 halves. See, there's 2 halves over here, and there's 1 half here. So I have 1, 2, 3 halves. So it's kind of like up to you. Do you want to call it 3 halves, or do you want to call it 1 1/2? They're both accurate descriptions, but the mixed number is the preferred way to give the answer. That's why when they say simplify, they want you to write it into a mixed number. But you need to be able to understand both of those. So let's look at another one, just so we have another example. I'll do a couple squares into fourths. I'll do 3 of them. And again, pretend like these are the same size and each fraction piece is the same size. Okay, so, and let's see, how many do I have here? Okay, I've got this whole one here. I've got this whole one here. And I have, I'll just say 1 of these fourths here. So how much do I have there? Well, remember how last time we could say we have 1 whole plus another whole plus 1/4. So if you're going to do it like that as the mixed number, you'd say, oh, well, 1 plus 1 is 2. Got 1 here, 1 here. And then I have 1/4. So the 2 and 1/4 is the mixed number. And what about the improper fraction? Well, how many fourths do I have over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Remember 1, aka 4/4. It's the same thing. It's been cut into 4 pieces, but I have all 4, so I have the whole thing. A whole is also 4/4. So 4/4, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4/4 over here. I have another whole, and I have 1/4 over here. So how many fourths do I have? I know it's going to be in fourths, right? Because we're talking about fourths. Say they're all cut up in fourths. But how many fourths? Well, 4 over here, 4 over here, and 1 over here. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 9/4. And let's see if that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9/4. So 9/4 is the improper fraction, and it's the same thing as 2 1/4. It just depends how you look at it. Do you want to see it as 2 1/4, or do you want to see it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9/4? So on your work today, you're going to be working on pages 31 and 32. I think you can do both of them today. So they start you off in a pretty simple fashion. They say, and it's kind of hard to see because they're not too dark, but you can still see. It's like, oh, 3 wholes, 1, 2, 3 and a half. What do you call that? Well, remember how this is just called 2 1/4 like that? We're gonna write the mixed number for that. So it's just gonna be 3 1/2. Just looks like that. That's all you have to do for those. 2 4/5. Oh, 2 4/5. They just tell you the answer right there. 2 1/6, 2 1/6. You just have to get comfortable just writing those mixed numbers. So do this page, and then please do page 32, where they want you to write the improper fraction. Remember, the improper fraction is the way of writing a fraction where you have a larger number up as a numerator than the denominator. It's bigger up top. So 6/3, they tell you the answer again. And I would say, because they're not totally colored in, go ahead and color them all in. 6/3, okay, well, I'm gonna, got 3 over here, 3 over here, 6/3, 6/3, just like that, which is also known as, you don't have to do this part, but I'm just gonna let you know, 2, right? 1 there, 1 there, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3/3 plus 1, 2, 3, 3/3 equals 6/3, which is 2. But just write the improper fraction. And if you want to go ahead and write improper fraction and mixed number to go above and beyond, feel free. But all you've really got to do is just write the the improper fraction for this page and the mixed number for this page. Just kind of get comfortable just writing those out and seeing what they look like. So please today finish page 31 and 32.